Hi, my name is Lauren and welcome to TV 1061. Join our network and broadcast your film live across the continent. Come to our studio and film and stream your TV show, sitcom, and showcase and broadcast it worldwide. Combine multimedia with your live stream. Independent filmmakers show your movie and afterwards interview your cast live. Sponsors, advertisers, I'm talking to you. This is your chance for global exposure. These are exciting times that we're in. Traditional TV is but a thing of the past. TV 1061 is on the Roku platform. Roku is an industry leader in internet TV. It has a viewership of 53 million and counting. It is the most popular and fastest growing internet TV platform. If you are interested in developing and showcasing your movie or show, or interested in coming in as a sponsor or advertiser, please send us your contact information with a brief description of your interest to 1061tv@gmail.com. Thank you.
Greetings, Douglas County. I am Valerie Vanessa Bai, and I am vying for the position of probate court judge. With over 3 decades of legal experience specializing in both criminal and civil law, I am fully prepared to take on the role of serving as your probate judge. My core values include fairness, transparency, professional responsibility, and compassion. I am dedicated to upholding these principles in all aspects of my work. Vote for me, Valerie V. Bai, your trusted probate court judge.
You are tuned in to Talk Show Kings on TV 1061.
Man, what they gonna do with this black on black crime, man? I'm sick of this. Thank you for watching another edition of Talk Show Kings on TV 1061. We'll be seeing you soon.
You are tuned in.
Well, hello and welcome back to another edition of Talk Show Kings. And I'm excited, and if you guys notice, I'm wearing my dark shades because one of our topics is dealing with entertainment and sports. But before I start, I would like to thank our producer of the show, Mr. Felix Washington, and also to the people of Douglasville, Georgia, and around the globe. Thank you again for once inviting us into your homes. I tell you, we have some 2 hot topics everybody's talking about right now, and we get to it in a moment. But first, I like to say my name is King Ralph, and to my left is...
I'm King Allah, and to my left is...
I'm King Darwin.
And together we are
The
Talk,
Talk
Show
Show
Kings. All right. Hey, and I just got a special announcement. First, I want to wish our brother King Nate. Won't be back with us. It's going to be a while. He's on a long time parent thing. He's dealing with some illness, and our thoughts and prayers is with him right now.
Yes.
And as you can see, Brother Lundy is not here. He's in a medical situation also. We praying for him, and our thoughts and prayers is with him also. So just keep our fingers crossed and our prayers up.
Yes.
Hey, we have 2 great topics today that's sure to light fire. I mean, it's going on in the sports, no matter if it's NFL, NBA, and one of my favorite, WNBA. I am a fan of women, and hey, and the second one, hey, we're going to get a little dirty, a little secret. We're going to get a little smoking in this one. What I mean by that is that why is business in African-American businesses, people comes in late, sometimes they don't even show up. I mean, this is not a great look for young African Americans coming up in the areas. They're looking at them, In other words, these entrepreneurs, and they want to follow them, but this is bad examples they're leading. But our first topic we're going to hit today, as I said once again, I'm wearing these dark shades because we're going to talk about entertainment and the WNBA. Let's get rolling. And hey, fellas, I'm going to put this out here right now. Caitlin Clark, everybody heard about us, the #1 draft pick for the women's WNBA. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm a fan of a lot of players, but I'm going to just tell you right now, the issue I was having, not with her for individual, but why when white players and black players, no matter what sports, and if it's a black player, #1, they go through the background of them. I mean, demonizing them and saying, hey, they grew up in this poor family. Always here's a mother, 5 or 6, no father, and the son was out in a gang of drugs. I don't ever hear anything said about any of the white individuals. My take on that, I want to first give my shout out to Caitlin. Caitlin is a bad girl, man. The girl is bad. The only thing, she never won a championship being with Iowa. She became close, but the girl outshot Pistol Pete. She outscored Steph Curry in college with the most threes in the league. Now, not only she's #1 draft pick, get this, she have her own shoe line, which a few of them in the WNBA have a few shoe lines, but she's going to be said she could make about 40, 50, maybe $50 million. But what they're saying about other players in the league, she been playing college, never picked the ball up in the WNBA, but she got to go in there. They're calling her the Great White Hope. It's not a bad thing, because I'm going to tell you something. She earned it. I saw her do it in college. This girl shooting almost from half court, 240 shots from the 25-footers. I mean, she's killing it, but she never won the big one. So now she going up against grown, should I say it, ass women in the WNBA. And believe me, she got a lot on her back, and they're going to be looking to handle her. It ain't going to be will she get those 240 shots she been getting? Now you playing against some professionals now. And my thing here, what I got to say today, going back when Michael Jordan and those individuals, they came in, Shaq, they went in the background of them. So why is this different when it comes with a white player or a black player? So, hey, Allah, what you think about it?
A lot of things that I was thinking, but the first thing that comes to mind is, I mean, it's not really surprising because that's always been the order of operations here in America. You're older than me, so you know how that part goes. You know what I mean? We don't got to go deep into it. It's not rocket science. After a while, it's like they don't like us, so it's their companies, it's the TV stations is theirs, the Nike is theirs, the school. So I was thinking more on a level of let's get our own, so our little baby girls can play basketball and not give so much attention and energy to someone that doesn't even like us.
Well, hold on, I want to say something. When you say it's not rocket science, but see, it's
not rocket science about the whole racism. Like, we know why.
Yeah.
Like, you're older than me, so I'm saying that that part of it, we don't have to go into it because we lived it. We know it's nothing new. What they doing is nothing new.
Yeah.
It's not like they just started doing this stuff. It's not like they just start in 2024 to say, hey, we're going to just boost our own people over those people. That's common practice here. That's, common practice.
But what do you think we should do?
I just said it. I said we should get our own league so our baby girls could go there, and then we shift the energy, because it's us as black people that's giving them all of this energy and all of this. We're giving them our greatness, and they're shitting on us. Pardon my French, but however, that's my solution. And for real, I'm serious. I'm talking about NBA. I'm talking about NFL. I'm talking about all of them. I'm saying, when we get our own, like what Kobe was doing before they took that plane down and all that, because I believe they took him down because they had to, and he was trying to get his own. He was trying to take it something to China though, but also people have been trying to say, you know what, forget all this racist crap. It reminds us of the plantation where old massa controlling controlling everything, cracking the whip. You got the strongest bucks out there running and jumping, right? And then you got no black owners. So then when all of those
Now you're
people wanted to own the teams, right? I think that we can own teams, but we got to shift the attention to those teams instead of, oh, let's put all our energy into all these white teams. If we did this, hey, listen, we're going to just worry about us. We're going to do our thing and then shift all the attention on us, because without black players in their league wouldn't amount to anything, I believe.
But before we ship the King D, I got to say one thing. We do have a black owner. When I first, I believe, the Williams sisters, they purchased the what is it?
They're sole owners or they're part owners?
Yes,
They're
sold owners, I believe, and it was a part. And so Miami Dolphins. And what I'm saying, that's interesting when you're saying, because a lot of people are not going to say that. I appreciate that, but you got to get a lot of people. We seem like we weak. We're strong in numbers. See what you said, something volumes there. We need to stand up because we the entertainment. Because when after us, there's nothing else behind us. What you say about King D?
Okay, well, what I would say about it is that I'm looking at it as a business standpoint, a business point of view.
Dollars.
Yes, making dollars, exactly. So it's all about when these teams are doing the drafting and they're picking these players. I think it got a lot to do with how marketable that player is, to the team.
Yes.
And as a lot of these teams, NFL, NBA, WNBA, they want to market to their own people, So when they're getting these people and they're drafting, a white player over a black player, even though that black player may be better, that white player may be more marketable for that team, And so they're looking at it as a money standpoint, because a lot of these teams, they have a lot of white, we do go to games, but that a lot of white supporters, they're spending more money at the games than we are.
Yeah.
We're not spending as much. I mean, I'm just keeping it honest.
No,
so,
it's real.
Yeah.
It's real. Yeah, but I got to keep it real with you also. Is that we got to keep it real that this girl I'm talking about, this Caitlin Clark, she ain't no joke. I mean, have you ever heard of Pistol Pete? Many years ago, that guy used to shoot all over the place. She done beat Steph Curry, the most 3-pointers in the season. This ain't no joke. But I loved what you said about marketable. It's about business. It's like, hey, it's nothing personal.
Right.
They say that, but if it's nothing personal, why that you minimize when it's an African American, you go in the background telling them like them so low. Well, you was in the gang, how you feel about it, or that you better. They want you to be remorse. Well, I did some wrong things and I was young. My father wasn't in the house. My dad was in prison. My mom was on drugs. The same old story. But come on, but I like what you said, marketable, because a business is business.
That's right.
It's keeping it real.
And add on to what you just said, I think sometimes those heartfelt, like rags to riches stories of like, yeah, my dad wasn't there, like Shaq. I go back to Shaq. I grew up me and Shaq around the same age, and I grew up with him, not physically, but
yeah, around
right.
the same age,
And,
the era.
In the era, and I just always remember him making that song about when his father wasn't there. The whole song was about his father wasn't there, right?
Yes.
You remember that
Yeah,
song?
yeah, I do.
And it was good that he told that story.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes there's no shame in it. If someone's saying, hey, if you really was in the gang, and they say, hey, this
Yes.
kid was in the gang, his father wasn't there, his mother, but then now look at him. He's getting $10 million a year or whatever the case. So I think
More
they
than that.
need to tell.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I don't think it's so much as like it's a racist thing to tell someone's story. If you're lying is, and they say, man, I never been in no. Like when Biggie's mother came out and she said, I'll give somebody $1 million if they can prove that my son was ever locked up. Because,
Right.
a lot of his life was just scripted, but You gotta tell the truth. It's the truth.
Yeah,
What-
and this all depends on, if they feel that story is marketable.
Again.
It
Yeah.
all comes down to
It
me
sells.
with big business. When you're dealing with big businesses, these companies is definitely looking for something that's going to actually spark people's interest. And if it's not going to spark it, then even though some of these players, like you say, come from nothing, rags to riches stories, sometimes they
I
don't
got
want to
an
hear that all the
example.
time.
Yeah.
I don't mean to cut you, but yo,
Yeah,
I
go
got an
ahead.
example that you
Go
just
ahead.
made me think of. Kelsey and the Taylor Swift. Remember they put
Okay.
them together, and then he won the Super Bowl, and they marketed it perfectly.
Absolutely.
They put them together, got all her fans,
Perfect
put more money and pumped it into the NFL and into the Super Bowl.
Well,
Yes.
that's
and
true too.
they ain't even together right now. It was all a ploy. It was all a
Wait a minute, they're
scheme.
not together?
Man, that was you didn't see that a mile away player.
Wow.
Man,
No, I didn't know. They just
man,
broke up.
They was never really together.
It's all marketing.
It was,
Like you
again,
said.
No, like you said.
Yeah,
Again, it
yeah.
was marketing.
Yes.
Hey, let's put them together. Let's get all this money. And there's a lot. There's a lot I want to say, but I ain't gonna say.
No,
too
no,
much.
but I have to say
I
this
get it.
much. I have to say this. Hey, the phone lines are open if anybody want to come on this conversation because it's a hot topic. Somebody might have some personal insight. But I do want to say one thing. King Allah, he said, is not always racist, but I got to disagree. I'm going to tell you at some point. It was a year I was watching the NFL. These guys, was the NFL, I apologize. No, it was the NFL. The guy was getting high marketed. They wanted him, but they went in his background and found so many things that was wrong. He dropped in the numbers. When you drop in the numbers, that means you was at 1, now you at number 64. You see the top dollar, but you see he got a temper. He don't work well with others. See, you heard it yourself a lot of times. People tell you that, well, you can't work at a king out. You got attitude. Well, if somebody spit in your face, you're going to respond. I know with the people in the Christian world, and myself one, but I ain't going to lie. I'm not perfect. You spit in my face, I ain't just going to turn no cheek. I mean, it's going to be on. I'm going to give you a prime example. I was at the park this weekend. This is crazy. And this is a beautiful park. They had a bunch of kids throwing rocks under this little tunnel, but it was all white kids. And I got to go through the tunnel. And then this white lady said, all right, kids, stop throwing. So I reported to the security. He went there, but I told him the wrong thing. I said it was under the bridge. It was a tunnel. He was about to talk to these black folks. And he asked me, I said, no, it's under the tunnel. He said, okay, no problem. He went under the tunnel. He would have seen all those big rocks. But I'm trying to say to you, I know it's sad. We got to say race. And they will say, well, hey, y'all always talking about race. Yeah, because we always at the bottom.
But
Now,
I do want to clarify something. What I said, I want to be clear because I think you mixed it up. I said, if the story is true and somebody did come from rags and they made it to riches, that story should be told for the kids for those other kids that's going through that, so that they could see, hey man, this dude was like, he was in the gang. That's what I said. I said, now I don't think that is racist. I said, I don't think that is racist. If you tell the true story, and like I said, I'm gonna reiterate. I said Shaq had that same story, and we all watched him, and we was inspired by that he didn't have a father. He was in the street. He wasn't the greatest of kids, but like I was saying, I just wanted to clarify that because you said you disagree with. I don't even know what you disagree with. I was saying that part's not racist.
Well,
now,
I
I'm
said
sure
that-
there's racism in that arena where it's
Well,
like, okay,
I understood that, what you said.
I'm saying if you tell, because you said you used the example.
I'm going to tell you why I said I disagree. You said it's not all racist. Then he came back. King D said, hey, it's a lot of time it's marketing. And I understood that. But I'm going to tell you, to be honest with you, you got a bit of a little of everything in a situation. Let's keep it real. Ain't nothing perfect. It'll be ran through here. But I do have to say one thing about Shaq. Shaq, his real father wasn't his life, but he had a stepfather.
Yes.
Married his mother, and he accepted it. And I listened to the story, Shaq. Hey, I love...
Even Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson went to jail, for rape and all that. And then guess
They
what?
had a little brawl at a
but guess
bowling
what?
alley.
He proved them all. Listen, they wanted him to fail. They prayed on his downfall, and look, he's one of the greatest. You know what I mean? But I just thought I don't want to be misconstrued because I didn't. I understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Yeah, racism exists in all of those fields. But if you say like, oh, okay, this kid grew up in a gang and he didn't have a father, and they're telling us the story, I wouldn't take that as race. I would take it as, yo, he really came up, man. He was, he had it rough, so to speak, right? Like, and he came up. And I don't think that, if you was to tell me that story, and you was a white person, and you was talking about a black person, I wouldn't say, yo, he's just being racist to that guy. I would say, listen, that guy's story is compelling, and it could teach us something,
Yes.
But on the other end, I'm not a guy too that is like on the, everything is racist, because I have a saying, right? Especially with white liberal Democrats, they have a button, and it has a white word on it, racism, in real big white letters, and they go like this. You ready? And when they press that goddamn button, we go batshit crazy. Racism, racism. And then it's like, I used to go for that. And then I said, you know what? We had a black president. We have a lot of stuff. Yeah, I'm sure there's some racist stuff going on, but I'm not going to, if you harbor on all the stuff that, because we're in 2024. I could see if we was in 1960s. Then I'll be like, yeah.
Okay. But I feel you coming from.
Well, what I would say about racism, I mean, we got to understand that, it do exist. It's there. But it's about how we deal with it as a people, that we need to understand that, like you were saying before, if they don't want us there, we need to try to create our own. They're doing the Ice Cube when he's trying to do the 3-on-3. If you don't do what, these big businesses and the powers that be, want you to do, they're gonna try to blackball you. You know what I mean? But it's on us to even say, look, if we're gonna make a change, we gotta blackball them. We can't show up to them.
We can't let them create no narratives about us, and then we just run with it when we know you're the enemy. Like I'm on some other stuff. I don't want to.
But wait a minute, I want to piggyback on what D's saying, because Caitlin Clark, which you didn't, I don't know if you guys knew this, she had a $50 million deal. Steph Curry, with Nike, but they wanted her to play in the 303 league, and she didn't. She didn't want to do it.
Right.
You see, think about it. It's black.
Yes.
You say we don't know, and say we just sitting here, we don't know. But a lot of times you can't sign everything, even though you got this money. Hey, somebody might be saying, no, I don't want you to sign it over here, because Steph Curry wanted her to sign on his shoe label. She did. She went Nike. That's fine, because she went with Michael Jordan and them. Look, let me just tell you something. The woman, be honest with you, she earned 100%. I've seen a woman play, blowing people out. Yeah. But then I've seen her got dominated on defense, but you're not going to have a good night. It's always going to be a bad day. And they waiting for her in the league. I'm chill because I'm excited, because the women, to me, are stepping up. They're not getting what the men getting. And they probably won't ever get it. But right now, she making some money more than some of those men now in the NBA. So it's going to be a lot of jealousy. I see she broke tons of records in college. So I'm going to tell you something. And I got to be honest. She is a great white hope. She's bad. She's bad. And they're tough. They threw everything at her. So the only thing I'm just saying to you, and I got to go back when you said, I wasn't saying when you said with no racism, I wasn't saying you said it was or wasn't. I was only saying it's always, as you came corrected, it's a little bit of everything. Marketing is the thing. And you said one important thing I love. We need to come together and create our own, like we did way back then. So, but how many we going to come stronger as a force? We do a lot of talking, but ain't nobody walking. And the people got money who watching the show right now, don't just talk about it. Make a statement. Go into the neighborhoods. You see those young little black kids. Look how right now white folks are trailing them kids. Kid you not, on Pee Wee League. They've been doing it. They showed a documentary how they go there playing Pee Wee League. How they watch these kids up in high school to college. By the time they get there, they be so broken and burned out for all those games. That's why they got money. College leagues now getting paid money now. A lot of them scared don't want to really go out and play pros because, man, they used to get all beat up. They can't go to the pros. Knee replacements, ankles, all this stuff. So what I'm saying to you, it's a strong topic, sports. A lot of people don't want to deal with it. They see the good side, but then you got a little dark side to everything we do in life here, no matter what it is. So just getting back, I gotta put this out here again. So if anybody want to call in and speak on this, hey, just speak your mind. And if we don't have to say it's racist, if you don't want to, you can say it's business, or you can say all the different things. But right now, hey, on this set, it's hot right now. What's
I
going
wanted
on?
to say this. Did you see the female? I mean, so the coach. I forgot. She was a WNBA star, but she's a coach of one of the
team that won the championship.
Yes, and they asked her about allowing transvestite men, because they letting transvestite men swim with the, and you know they just want to do this for some reason. They bent on doing it. They let guys that say they identify as women now play with women, and she said, "Yeah, I think it's okay for men."
I think that's totally
what
wrong.
But we all. I was speaking for all of us. I have to, my brother.
No,
I think
I'll
we
be
would
honest,
all agree.
I disagree with that.
I would say that anybody agrees with that is ludicrous and it's ridiculous. That's why they call it women's basketball. Because that's like, but I don't
Right.
know where these geniuses come from. But
Okay.
I mean,
But this is that, you know,
That woke,
it's that
the LGBT
LGBTQ
woke,
movement
LGBTQ.
still, you know, moving. Now, I mean,
Yeah, because you
What's
remember the
political
girl who won the
Exactly.
Olympics, and she ran the 100. She kicked butt. She was eliminated a few years because her mom died. Her grandmother. She was smoked marijuana. It was in her system. Now, what you said is deep,
Sha'Carri Richardson.
huh?
Sha'Carri Richardson.
Great, perfect. I love her, man. I got
Facts,
chills
yo.
right now. But let me tell you,
Yup.
you see how
Me
you
too.
speak. How you speaking on the men? What did it say?
Transvestite.
Okay, think about it. They got a drug they got to take, and that's like
Right.
extra strength. You know,
Oh, I don't know
even
if it gives
yeah,
them
it's like
strength,
it's in
but
your
all right.
system. You remember the guy with no legs run, and they didn't want him to run because they say gave him a
An
thing because he
advantage.
hobbled. He wound up killing his girlfriend. He in prison right now.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah, but you see, I'm gonna tell y'all something, guys. As I look at it, it's big business and everything that making money. And I do agree with you. It's not always racist. It's ideas. What you said, marketable. What's marketable? But instead of getting upset about it, I should be one of the people saying, going out to these people, hey, are you willing to invest in the community for maybe fixing this park up for these young African American people? They need this, to help them train as somebody can give back, come back. But no, I got mine. I'm living it up. But I do know one thing about a lot of professional people. I didn't know this about Michael Jordan. Like you, Shaq and the same. Michael Jordan and we're the same age, the same month. He's on. I think he's on the 19th. No, I'm sorry. He's on the 16th. I'm on the 19th of February.
Okay.
So we're in the same month, same year. We're the same age. But at the same point, I look at it like this. He gave back. Because one time I had issues with him. People was killing themselves over those Jordan Nikes. But he's funded hospitals, opened, I believe, 2 in Carolina. And a lot of time people not open for what they doing. So I respect them. But who I do respect mostly, who you said, man, I love Shaq to death. I see what he does. How you go to stores. Hey, you want that bike? You want a bike too? We take a bike. And because he said he remember not having, because his stepdad said, hey, I can't get nothing this year. I'm going to get it for the girls. He said, it's fine. He go get him a Dr. J autograph basketball. And he had that. It just made his world. Then his dad got the tickets to go the next week to go to the game, and he realized everybody was rooting at Doc, and he said, "That's what I want to be." He was inspired. Right. You see, like you say, you're right. One thing, a spark in a kid eye. Allen Iverson, I respect where he came from. They got a lot of stories out there, and these guys right now, they're gonna die with a lot of secrets that you'll never know about it. You or I would never know. So I get what you're saying, but we are in a country that. I think it's greed. I got mine. You know what I'm saying? You got yours. Why should I do that? So, but my thing, hey, I want you guys to know on this set, we may disagree and agree with each other, but it's love. It's love and respect.
Absolutely.
And that's we come back with it because we keep it real. We like, and nobody can always be the same, but we keeping it out there. So I'm just trying to tell you, anybody who's looking on it right now, and you in a situation in your life, and you in a home that may be having a lot of issues, to every young person out there, I believe in God so much that if you call and ask, look at those heroes, look where they come from, look at their stories, investigate them, because they're saying a lot. And I'm putting this out here for anybody know Shaq personally. I wish he called in our show and speak on a lot of things. We'd love to have him call in one day on our show, because Talk Show Kings, you know what? Hey, in the community, it may be small, but we big in heart. So, hey, please, if you get a chance, anybody know him, reach out to him. Please get in touch with us, because we want to know more about his story, because we're inspired. I love to see that commentary, and they get what him and Barkley go at it all the time. It's the funniest thing. But like I say, a beautiful person. And anybody got something to say? Because I know soon we're going to be.
I was going to say also like that, you know, black people are not a monolith, meaning that we're not just one thing. Like, you know, if you're a Democrat and if I happen to be a Republican, we shouldn't look at each other like, oh, you're supposed to be a Democrat, right? We're not a monolith, meaning it's you know, we come in shapes, sizes, we have different thoughts, we can think differently, we have independent thinkers that, you know, don't like fried chicken or pork, but that we're still black, like, you know what I'm saying?
I think,
but so
yes.
it's like, you know how they paint us with a broad brush, right?
Yes, I agree. I think a lot of that is done by the society. You know, everything seems like everybody is supposed to think alike, and if you don't think alike, then you're ostracized.
But us,
so exactly, and so that's a big problem with us, because somebody might say something is this, and then another person is saying, well, I think it's that, and then that separates the two, you know, and that like creates a wall between us. But we got to understand that we got to start respecting everybody's opinion. No matter if it may not align with yours, we still have to understand and learn that everybody has a choice and free will and free thought. You know?
The biggest issue I'm looking at, you heard about Stephen A.
Yes.
Stephen A. made some comments. My only comment, and I had typed on there, I say, why do every time a black individual get a position, money, you speak for all black people? I don't like that. Don't speak for me, because you might like green, red, I might like orange. You can't say that. That's why I never had someone that get up there, like when OJ was up in there in prison, which he's dead, we had a show on that. It was like he was talking and talking about what black people going through, but we don't know the personal life, the other side. See, we'll never know the other side of nobody's story. We only see what TV let us see. So that's why I just don't want anybody speaking for me. When you up here talking about your sides, I sit and listen respectfully. I can agree and disagree, you know, but hold up. Before we finish on the topic, we're going to go to commercial right now. And I just want everybody to know right now, please call in, because the second one is really going to get hot. You're really going to love this. It's going to be about African Americans running their business professionally. We'll be back in quick.
Today's world exposes our youth to life experiences that are well beyond that which their years should allow. Violence, trauma, poverty, injustice. Our children's lives and their livelihoods are in constant danger. Wisdom Inc. is a community-based organization designed to save young lives by reducing violence and assisting youth in their personal development. Wisdom stands for wise individuals structuring and developing youthful minds. Through our collective wisdom, we can change lives for the better. Wisdom Inc. Reducing violence, developing youth, saving lives.
Greetings, Douglas County. I am Valerie Vanessa Bai, and I am vying for the position of probate court judge. With over 3 decades of legal experience specializing in both criminal and civil law, I am fully prepared to take on the role of serving as your probate judge. My core values include fairness, transparency, professional responsibility, and compassion. I am dedicated to upholding these principles in all aspects of my work. Vote for me, Valerie V. Vai, your trusted probate court judge.
Hi, I'm watching TV 1061, your global network. Stay tuned, because that's how they do it over here. Big time party. All right, see y'all later. Bye.
To Talk Show Kings on TV 1061.
Man, what they gonna do with this black on black crime, man? I'm sick of this. Thank you for watching another edition of Talk Show Kings on TV 1061. We'll be seeing you soon.
Hey, we are back with the second half. And before I say anything else, producer handed me something really important. I got to get this information out. Hey, they got the show The Flavor. It's every Wednesday at 8 p.m. We're doing a Short Films Universe Saturday at 5 p.m. and Talk Show Divas Sunday at 3 p.m. You don't want to miss those hot divas. And also, yours and us truly, Talk Show Kings, every Sunday at 5 p.m. So do not miss our show. And real quick, we got the lines open. The second shot of this is real deep. It's a hot topic. And the phone lines are open. Please call in. And I just want to say this right now. I want to thank the brothers that we come together on this show. I thank God for you guys. We're here because a lot of things are out there. So we're here.
Absolutely.
Hey, you know. Okay. Now, hey, get ready for the second shot. It's a serious and strong. We have African Americans have businesses. Particularly, I'm gonna say barbershops. Some of them have attorney-at-laws. I can't really say get on them as much. I say people like barbershop. I have a barber. He's there all the time, on time. And sometimes he have problems with other barbers not showing up on time. They're good barbers and whatever. And I'm beginning to think this is a plague, because when I was a truck driver, I used to drive around different states. Needed to get a shave, to get cleaned up. I don't know what it is when I walk into a barbershop. Black, obviously. I don't have any hair, but I gotta keep the cut on, right? I go in there, they might have 10 people with one barber cutting, and everybody's saying, hey, what time such and such coming? Oh, he on his way. Those guys look like they came out the club. The guys got the smell on them. Sometimes they don't even show up. It's aggravating, but you want us to support you, but you're not there for us. So what is it? What are we showing? Because people are looking at us. Like I say, once again, young people are looking at. So I want to be like such and such. But they doors got to open. Let's get it. I go to Asians restaurant. I done seen stuff. Those people that's 7 days a week. And I've talked to them. They say 7 years, they may close down for a week or 2 weeks, 7 years straight. So I'm just telling you, what is it, guys? What's going on in our communities?
Well, I'll say something basic about the black businesses, that I've been to. You got some that, may be okay, but a lot of times when I visit a lot of these black businesses, it's no business etiquette. It's no business etiquette, man.
Whoa.
You walk in, you're supposed to greet everybody. I've been in business for 25 years for myself.
Okay.
So I know. I done ran restaurants. I done ran transportation business.
Okay.
I done ran things. So I understand, especially when we going out to eat. You got to treat people like they're kings and queens.
Exactly.
If you're not treating them like royalty, then that person it's going to feel a certain type of way because I'm coming in here spending my money
Okay.
with you.
Right.
You know, you're not spending your money with me. You know, you're giving me a service, but then if the service is mediocre or even subpar,
Right.
you know, why should I be able to come and support your business?
And want me to come back again
And
at
come
that.
back again. That's another
Exactly.
thing. You know, and so I think a lot of businesses fail on that part in the business realm around here. And another thing I would say about the business is,
You know, while you're thinking on that note, I was at a Jamaican restaurant about a year ago. And no, I wouldn't say restaurant. It was a front end store, and you ordered. And I'm standing there, my wife and I, and the person got their back to us. And I kid you not, look at it's like 10 minutes went by. We just standing there. I'm saying, excuse me. They never answered me. We just left. And we'll never go back to that restaurant again. So you lose business.
absolutely. And another thing, when it's a dine-in or even at a club, you know, you order something, you know, I think a lot of these waitresses and bartenders and waitresses, they feel like they take the gratuity out already.
Yes.
So they feel like they don't have to perform to their
Exactly.
best to get a great tip because they're going to get their 15 to 20% off the rip. And I think that's wrong
Yeah,
because they're making you pay for these, you know, this service that you're not even getting the great service that you actually supposed to be
Right.
receiving.
So they don't have to work for
And they don't
the
have to
money.
work
They can
for
just
it.
give you
Absolute-
sloppy service.
and they're gonna tack that tip on
right.
regardless
Yes.
of their service.
Man.
Yeah, that's big in
So
Atlanta.
you know, and it's big, man. It's
Yeah.
big here. You
I
know?
had two things to say about this business conversation. One thing is good because it's not always bad. One thing is it's a statistic, right? That blacks open more businesses and started more LLCs because LLCs and corporations, right?
Yes.
In the last, I guess, 4 or 5 years, but the numbers are so crazy. They was like, yo, it's outstanding. Like how many LLCs is being generated. Now, all of these LLCs probably don't make it, right?
I think
But-
5 years, if you're in business 5 years, you know it's successful.
Right. But it still shows the
People-
tenacity of our people that be like,
Yeah,
you know what,
yeah.
we don't want to be the worker no more. Because I used to always tell my kids and my nieces and them, right? And one of my niece to this day, she argued with me a little bit about what I told her. And today she said, damn, uncle, you was right, though. I said, to break it down for a kid, I said, there's two things you're going to be here. You're going to be a good worker, right, that works real hard. And, you know, you're going to get those good bonus checks. You're going to work real hard. Then he's going to come and tap you on the back. Hey, good job. Here's a bonus, right? Or you're the person handing out the bonus checks and tapping people on the back.
Okay.
All right, you're either going to be one or the other. It's simple like that.
Yes.
You simple break it down.
Absolutely.
You're going to be one or the other. The
Yeah.
good worker, yeah, you're going to work good. You're going to make a lot of money. You're going to have
Yeah.
a nice house, car, all that. You're going to go to work every day, 9 to 5. You're going to do it happily. This guy's going to be taking vacations all year while you manage his business for him.
Yeah. And what I would
And-
say about the LLC situation, the influx in all these LLCs being created in the last 4 or 5 years, because of the PPP loan.
Yes.
That people were getting. And see, and you had a lot of people just creating an LLC
to get the PP.
just to get these funds.
The government's cracked down on them,
Oh,
too.
they've been cracking down on them.
Oh, they
But at
got
the
something wrong
same
with that.
time, you got to understand, too, a lot of these people that's starting these business has never took a business class. Also, they start a business and they just think that
Oh, but
they're
you know
supposed to
what-
just run it like they just run their
That's
lives. And that's not how you actually condone.
But then you
and
know what the new
construct
business
a
class is, right?
What's
It's
the new business
TikTok.
class?
It's freaking.
He said TikTok.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're gonna go in there. I'm not
Yes,
even
yes.
gonna hold you.
Right, right.
I've went on there and I've seen a young man say, first get your LLC, get your EIN, get your business bank account, get this. And if
Absolutely.
you follow those steps,
You will get a business,
get a
but it
business.
doesn't teach you how to actually run
it.
your business. So the best thing that I would suggest to any business owner out here is to please, I beg of you, to go and take a business course so you understand that customer service is the #1 thing that needs to be mastered in order to run a successful business, in my eyes.
Okay, I remember the old-fashioned way. Remember when you opened a business? As an owner, you mop the floors, clean the bathroom, do the windows. You remember that? Just because you're making a level.
Register, everything.
Yeah, you do everything. But see, everybody gets up. Some people go, well, I'm a boss now. You're going to let somebody come in and manage your business while you go take a trip. I wouldn't trust it. Because dedicated businesses, you don't see them anymore. I don't see the owner down there on the floor struggling like they're doing. Hey, let's work together, team, motivation.
Yeah.
But
No,
I am going to say this, though. I'm going to tell you something, because I got a few partners that, look, I love this technology, because one of my partners, he has people run his business, and what he has is cameras that go right to his phone, right to the register. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
put that $20 bill. You picked up a $20 bill, and go
Put
straight
that back
to his
in there.
phone. And he says, "Yo, but that protects him." That's why a lot of these business owners now, they're using this technology to really do more with the business. As far as like he goes on trips, the money is being made. Right?
Yeah, because you got to understand.
Opening up the shop and all
Yes,
that.
because you got to understand, a lot of these, small businesses, they don't really have a lot of money to pay, their
Overhead.
employees. Yeah,
Right.
top dollar. So when you're starting out in business, you're trying to find somebody that's going to work for what you can afford to pay them. And so a lot of times you need those cameras, because if you don't have those cameras, you know us people. You know how we can
I
get
hate to
when
say
we
it.
need something.
I hate to say it, but a lot of times that cheaper labor
Yeah.
comes in the form of a Mexican.
Yeah, it comes in a form.
It does.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but that's the truth.
Hey,
You
no,
get cheaper
I'm listening
labor
to you, but
Well,
I don't-
from
yeah,
them
yeah.
as far as like what they're willing to get paid. You could pay them $5-6 an hour, and they'll work all day for $6 an hour. That's not a lot. This is why I believe they're bringing all them people in here, because we got smart. We didn't open up LLCs. We didn't figure it out. We figured out, okay, like how to pat you on the back and give you a bonus check instead of coming in and shucking and jobbing for you. So now that we done figured it out, they like, man, we gotta replace these guys. We gotta replace them with even the Spanish people that was already here that was doing that low income work. They didn't moved up.
Oh yeah.
They done moved up, and they said, well, you can't give us that no more. We done moved up. So now they gotta get more people in here that's like, they're not gonna question you if you give them $6.
Yeah, but I agree with both of you guys. But LLC is good, but then again, like you said, you should take those business courses, because you just can't get people here, and you got to manage. If it's your baby, you're going to burp that baby. It's going to be to the end. I just think today it's not just small business with the cameras. If you go to Walmart, I know people work personally there. Them cameras on everywhere you go. Now, did you guys ever wonder this? Think about it. Nobody never talk about this. See, I went and bought some shirts at a clothing store, some pants. Do you think they got a camera in there? See, they're never going to say that. But it could be a...
I think that's a violation.
Yeah,
But
it's
you
a violation,
always think
but-
that when you go try something on,
Yeah.
is what you're saying? Going in the back and trying something on.
That
and
lady said
yeah.
Trump.
But they
raped
never
in
put it on a
physical
camera
room.
and say,
You
we
know
see
that,
you
right?
here. That we see you walking the door. It look
You
like
know
you
that?
got something.
That one of the cases against Trump, the lady said that they was in Bergdorf the
Yeah.
department store. She said he raped her in the department store.
Raped her.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
He lost the
Yeah,
case
oh
on
my
that.
God, yeah, no, he didn't.
But I'm just telling you, he didn't say lost. He has to pay
Nah,
paying her.
But he's never gonna have to pay her. That shit is never gonna. That.
Well, I'm only telling you what the court said.
I know, but he ain't gonna have. He didn't pay her.
Well, they
a
had
lot
a-
of things is when you lose.
But they had a-
Well, they are.
gotta appeal.
Yeah, they appeal
It's a
it.
whole
Appeal it.
process
Appeal
But
before
it.
you start
Appeal it.
paying.
Appeal it.
Okay, but it's a jury's
Yeah,
peers.
no, I know what you're saying.
I know, but you see, even though he ain't got to pay, I'm telling you, just like now, they pick those jurors, and they're not supposed to be Democrats or Republican. They go in as not being biased, but they got to see the evidence. And I'm just saying, that's why his lawyers never want him to speak, because he just come out and just say
That's true.
out of his mouth, say anything.
But then if you put a gag order on somebody, bro, like and then you have somebody else, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of people that's going against rooting for Trump to go down, they don't know they're rooting for your own demise. Because once they can set precedent with these type of cases, then everybody's up for grabs. First Amendment rights? Because you can't say nothing. If you can gag a sitting president, a former president, who is we?
Okay,
Who are we?
let me speak on that. Why they try to gag him? Because every time he says something, the jurors, they get intimidated because people calling them. They said you can say something about this person and that person, but you can't say this because they getting death threats. And a lot of times they're saying, if I say put somebody about you, hey man, keep my name out your mouth. Why I got the freedom of speech? No, because you telling these people this and it's not true about me. But you see, it's what you say. It's not so much what you do. I mean, like look at the two women that claimed on a voter fraud that they claimed they was doing some of the ballots and came to find out it was a lie. So right now, what's his name? Trump old lawyer, Rudy, he got to pay the money he lost. But see, it's a lot of time to talking. We got to watch what you say. That's why they don't. His people right now. Trump keeps saying, "I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna speak," and this lawyer saying, "No, he's not gonna speak." I understand to get cold in there. I used to go to court just to watch how things go in my life. It's cold in there. And you would get sleepy. It's boring, especially you listen to the same thing. And I understand that. But right now, at the same time, I already know what the end is. And everybody on this panel know that man isn't going to jail. You know that. So why we doing this? Why we doing this circus?
It's just a show.
Yeah, right. It's a show. Because if you listen
anything
to
keep
the legal
your mind.
analysts, right, from Yale, Harvard, all of them, Democrat, Republican, even them judges, the Supreme Court judges, that they voted 9-0. They never vote like that.
Right.
What it is that it's political theater. So they want to demonize them. That's why when he said, "Hey man, blacks are starting to identify with me," because they've been dragged through court and been all these little funny tricks now. Oh, when you go to court, oh now you can't. Oh, you railroad. You know how many black men in railroaded with these tricks? With these you can indict a ham sandwich tricks.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, but we definitely got to get back
say
on
we
topic.
identify with him
Because we're talking about business here. We're talking about these businesses.
Naturally, because he going to there. He got me going to lyrics.
No.
Okay, let's go back to the business.
Back
okay.
on topic because
now listen, guys.
That's a very serious issue. I have a and it's not just black businesses. Let me make that perfectly clear. It's not just black businesses down here that's running faulty. It's white businesses as well, because they guess what they got at the head that's running that business, a black individual.
To be honest with you,
it's
I
not
don't see too many white businesses anymore.
People that
Not
doesn't
down in
really
this
know
part
how to
of
handle
Atlanta.
business.
Yeah.
I walk into a business the other day. I had a truck go down. I needed to get a transmission, right? I walk into a place. I'm standing there. I'm trying to pay for this transmission because I had to prepay for it, right? I'm trying to pay for this transmission. So they tell me, okay, the cashier window is over there. Point me in the direction. I goes there. No one's there. I'm literally sitting there for 20 minutes waiting on somebody to come to collect my money so I can pay for this transmission. And then once I paid for the transmission, and it was supposed to have been delivered in a week, the week comes, somebody calls me on the phone, the salesperson that I ordered, yes, the purchase through, tells me, calling me, asking me, what's the serial number on the transmission? The day before it's supposed to be delivered.
On the transmission that you don't have.
That I still don't have.
So how would you have a serial number if you don't have
They're trying to tell me that I need to get it off the transmission. So I'm like, okay, I call the dealer. I'm like, so they're telling me I need a serial number for this transmission. Can you guys got that? Well, give me the VIN. They give me a couple part numbers and what have you. And okay, and I get back to them on that and give them that. And after I've paid for this transmission,
wow,
right? Little to my understanding, to be known, the next day when it's supposed to have been delivered, they're telling me that they don't even have the transmission. But you just told me a week prior that you guys had it.
So they give you your money
So this
back.
is a $1 billion business
installing
that
and didn't have it.
That's running faulty, So this is what's been
so
going
it's
on. These
it's the way of
businesses
life,
around
American
here,
way now.
Man,
a lot of stuff been.
So I'm just not bashing the black businesses, even though I know a lot of us need work, but it's it's white businesses and corporations.
Right.
Even when you buy something online, or if you calling about this or your bill, your gas bill, your water bill, your electric bill.
You can't get through.
I mean, it's
Oh,
just
wait a minute. We have a caller.
Okay, we got a
Okay,
caller.
yippee yo. Okay, maybe we can put some answers to this.
How you doing, caller? Welcome to Talk Show Kings.
Hello, how are you guys? I just wanted to make a quick comment about the subject of business.
Yes.
Okay, what I've come to learn when it comes to business, it's the people and it's the ethics. It's the ethical part, and that's something that cannot be taught. I don't care if the amount of school you go to. I don't care about the coaching that your boss or your leader, whoever it is. If you don't have that ethical part in you, it's not going to work. Either you have it or you don't. And these days, think about it, the mentality that we have. Think about when you go in places now, they make you feel like, I don't care if you're here or not. You know, not realizing without the customer, you don't even have a job. There's no need for you. But you get that feeling everywhere you go. And I was in management for 22 years. And about the last 5 years of my career, they were, and it's for a corporation. I work for a corporation. And they were sending us, making us go through all of these seminars pretty much to babysit the workers for their bad behavior. So this is kind of what's happening in the workforce, and then we turn around and then we feel, I'm going to work for myself. I'm going to work for myself, and I'm going to be the boss, and I'm going to do it. But we have to all understand we never work for ourselves, because even in our own business, we're working for our consumer. We're working for whoever that we're trying to come in to build our business. But the mentality is just screwed up.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that, but I do believe that one thing that I don't agree with is that you can be taught how to have a business etiquette, how to have, ethics in business. It's just, you gotta change. You might not be that hospitable person, but you can actually learn how to be hospitable and, operate with a business ethics.
I think too. I agree and disagree, because I think some people, because I've met some people, you can't teach them how to be nice. Like they can't. That's not for them.
They have a learning disability,
right? But that's what I mean.
People have learning
disabilities.
disabilities.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
The people that have the deep-rooted demonic things that when you act nice to them, it stirs up something like. But so those people are helpless. You can't help them. But
is it anything else, caller?
No, that's it. But I agree. You can learn if you can be taught if you choose. But a lot of times we choose not to, because we would prefer, well, this me, this is who I am, and this how it's going to be. So you're right. You can be taught, but most don't want it. They want to do it their way.
Yes, I agree on that.
You lead a horse to water, you can't make them drink it.
That's true.
What she said earlier, I think she said she had
to. I just feel that's a lot of what's going on. I've experienced it, being in it, as well as when I'm out trying to be a consumer, and it's difficult.
All right. Thanks for your comments.
Thanks for calling.
Thanks for calling in.
All right, y'all have a great day.
You too.
Thank you.
I just want to comment on something she said. Remember, she said when she had to correct them, who sent her to talk to them? Look, this show, hey, we at our end right now. We got to get our final notes. And before we go, we got the last, what you want to speak on, what you want to say, the last and final.
Listen, people, please support me. I got a new book coming out. It's called American D-Boy 2, The Return of D-Boy. It's an urban fiction novel. I'm trying to find any independent filmmakers that want to partner with me to shoot, turn these books into film. So if you're out there, if you're listening, and if you're an independent filmmaker, just holler at me, holler at the producer, Felix Washington, and we can get it going. Or you can follow me at BillyGoat_BGCC, and spell Billy with an I, like BILLI, GOAT _BGCC.
All right. All I would say is thanks for viewing in, and if you want to follow me, you can follow me on my IG at TS King Darwin on the IG page, and like and share, my post and subscribe. Thank you.
Hey, this coming into our show. All I can say is this, I just wish we can all step up. If you want somebody to return to your businesses, you have to show hospitality, show professionalism. That's the only way I can return, because after one time, I'm gone. So this is our show, and we hope you tune in next week on Talk Show King. So we're going to have some more hot topics. And we want to say thank our producer once again, Mr. Felix Washington, and our studio guest. Thank you for appearing with us. So as we say, thank you for inviting us to your home. See you next time. God bless.
Peace.
Peace.
Tune in to Talk Show Kings on TV 1061.
Man, what they gonna do with this black on black crime, man? I'm sick of this. Thank you for watching another edition of Talk Show Kings on TV 1061. We'll be seeing you soon.
Greetings, Douglas County. I am Valerie Vanessa Bai, and I am vying for the position of probate court judge. With over 3 decades of legal experience specializing in both criminal and civil law, I am fully prepared to take on the role of serving as your probate judge. My core values include fairness, transparency, professional responsibility, and compassion. I am dedicated to upholding these principles in all aspects of my work. Vote for me, Valerie V. Bai, your trusted probate court judge.